Okay guys, it's been a while since I did a last review of any item I recommend for you guys to get, especially if you're in this drone business or hobby. Now, I used to make my own video cameras and transmissions and even antennas, the cellular polarized. But now it's easy to actually just buy them since they're mass produced and save your time because time is money. So, what do I recommend? I recommend this one here. This one here is an Eachine FPV camera system. Now what you're wondering is, if I was to get anything that's an all-in-one camera system, so it does video transmission as well as have a pretty decent picture. I'm not talking about 4K like the DJI, sorry. But, when you want something for just casual starter, beginner, something to start off, nothing too expensive and nothing too shabby. This system here is pretty, it's a bang for your buck really. The one I got here is a transmission TX02 200 milliwatt. Now 200 milliwatt is it's actually pretty decent for what you need, and it'll be sufficient enough for your flight. You wouldn't want to fly out of line of sight anyway, and this will be more than enough for 200. 25 is even just great, especially if you're flying out in the countryside or anywhere that doesn't have much obstacles. But I got the 200 milliwatt because, hey, let's face it, I actually got this for about $35 about there on AliExpress. And it gives you a camera. Well, I think I got that wrong. This is supposed to be antenna. This is supposed to be camera, and this is supposed to be transmitter. But hey, look, I'm not going to be too pedantic on how their wording is, as long as it's functional. And it's super small and lightweight. It has good quality image with a zero latency. Now, when they mean that, the latency between the video transmission, when you turn left in the controller, it should respond straight away in what you see in the video when you're viewing inside your FPV goggles on your display screen. Now this is what I actually like the most. It has a 40 channel race band. Well, race band channels are included in these 40 channels. So 40 channels is it's impressive. I mean, the first time when the Fat Sharks released their channels, it was only 8 channels you can choose from. It's from Airwaves. So they were using their Airwaves proprietary channel. But this one comes with 40. So you can really play around with the number of channels until you pick the right one, and I'm really in love with that. I think that's a very it's good bang for your buck if you want to get something with a lot of channels, and it's pretty diverse. Button control system instead of switches. I think that's the jumpers they're talking about. I'll show you later. LED display and power by 1S light bulb. So basically, it's 3.7 volt nominal voltage you can power by. It's 1S. So 3.7 volt to 4.2, you'll run by easily, which is good because it's this is really useful if you want to stick it on your mini nano quadcopter. Now I'll show you the mini nano quadcopter I purchased just about last week, and I purchased for this. But I'm actually going to fit this on my Ladybird, the what do you call Walkera Ladybird. Oh, what's what happened here? Okay, so this is the more impressive part. I'm going to remove what's in the box so you can see. Now they gave you this because a lot of I think if you look at here, I'll show you this later. Alright, so here's the manuals. Hopefully it's in English, not Chinglish. Let's see, as you can see here, 3 adjustable gears, on-off switch, short press. Okay, it looks like it's the English is quite versed on this one, so I can really understand it. Super Mini 5.8 GHz 40 channel FPV transmitter. 600 TVL, it's impressive for something this small. The view range would be, oh by the way, that's your racing channels and all the channels you would select from. I'd say it's pretty impressive. It's a small manual, but it's more than you need. The view is 120 viewing angle, so that's all right. I think the one I had was 150 to 170. People don't like that sort of view because it gets nauseated, like fisheye view. But this one's decent. It won't be able to give you the over coverage of FPV, but if it's too fisheye, then it really nauseates your view. So it's 120, I believe, is probably a good balance between the two. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's see what this is like. Mind you, this is very light. I was making these things, the transmitter I used to make in the camera and the antenna would probably weigh about, I'd say, 15 grams for my Ladybird. But, just to make sure how much this weighs, I am going to put this on here and see the weight. So once it's on 0, we are measuring grams. That is impressive. I have to say that is very impressive. then when you slap the battery on, which is probably another 5 grams, you probably total grams of 10. That's pretty good. I remember my Ladybird was weighing about 42 grams with everything, and I'll probably get away with putting this on. It'd probably weigh about 37, 5 grams off. Anyway, see right there. There's no more switching. You just flick this on and off. Sorry, just press this and choose your channel. No flicking, and it's more convenient because usually when I usually get a I used to actually back in the days we had to flick jumpers, so we had to flick them like that to choose our channel. And it was tedious because you really had to get something really fine and flick it, and you probably wouldn't have something like this or something similar. But now you can just press the button and choose your channel. So I'm impressed with that. Now, they gave me this here because I might hook it up to something like a battery, 1S LiPo, because 1S LiPos use this sort of connection. So maybe this piece here probably weigh another, it's barely noticeable. I think you can get away with it. Just add another 0.5 gram on. It's not going to be too much of a, it's not going to kill your mini quadcopter too much. Wow. Alright, back in the days they didn't look like this. But, oh, by the way, if you're going to get these, make sure you get extra antennas, extra circular polarized antennas. And right here, I've got 3. I bought a light for a total of $6 for all 3. I mean, I used, back in the days we used to make our own CPs. We had to use a micrometer, and then we had to measure, we cut, and then we had to turn, and then we had to solder, which is probably the most tedious part because, you need 4 hands to hold it if you didn't have anything to support it. But now, I'd say just buy your own, really. This looks like it's right hand, maybe left hand. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've been in this hobby. But all right, if you can see there, they really did a good job. I'm not sure how good these are, honestly. But like I said, these days you're better off buying them than making them, because the time you invest to make this, it's hell of a lot of time, especially if you don't have the machinery or the equipment. There's a lot of overheads involved in making these. My recommendation these days, just buy them. And I'm pretty sure these days people buy them anyway. I mean, we're getting out of the time where quadcopters have become a hobby. It's become a full-time business now, a commercial thing. That was just for hobbyists, but now it's become a trend for everybody. Everyone wants one. It's become a multi-role system. Quadcopters has taken the world by storm, and it's here to stay. I bought another extra one. I don't know, just for the sake of it. I mean, it was $35 on AliExpress, so I thought, why not? $35 Australian, which is probably $27 US, or maybe less, 25. It's worth it, I reckon. And it's free shipping. Plus, it came to me 2 weeks. So, this is what I wanted to review out of the box. I mean, the wording is no big deal. And if you guys want to start out with something basic, cheap but cost effective in terms of its value for money, and for the type of FPV goggles to use with this, I will review that next. It's a 3-in-1, and I think this is worth the bang for your buck. So have a look, guys. I'll leave the links below so you can check it out. But it doesn't have to be with AliExpress. It can be with other places too. In fact, I've actually found one on I'm not sure what it's called. I think it was called Banggood, and there's another called GearBest. They actually have these now. So I'll leave the links for that too if I find them, so you guys can actually have a look around which one's convenient for you to shop. Because the good thing about GearBest and Banggood, they have points. So if you got points, you might like to use them. AliExpress doesn't have points. So anyway, that's all I've got to review today. So until next time, I'll review the goggles that I got, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. So I hope you enjoyed this review. See you around.